CAPTCHA is proof that we live in a simulation where humans have to prove to robots that they aren't robots just so the humans can buy concert tickets from other robots. Imagine telling a 1950s sci-fi writer that in the year 2026, the peak of cybersecurity isn't laser grids or biometric DNA scans. It's a digital pop-up asking you to look at a grid of blurry pictures and identify which ones contain a motorcycle. If you miss a single pixel of a traffic light, the internet gatekeeper decides you are a cold, unfeeling piece of metal and locks you out of your own bank account. What the flip is going on here? Well, it's actually quite simple. No, it's not. It's a literal psychological warfare zone between programmers and spam bots. Back in the early days of the internet, things were peaceful, but then people realized they could write basic computer scripts bots to do things a million times faster than human hands. Suddenly, a bot could fill out 10,000 fake email signups in 3 seconds, crash a website by spamming the login button, or buy up every single PlayStation stock before a real human could even blink. The internet was being overrun by a zombie horde of automated code. Enter CAPTCHA, which stands for Completely Automated Public Turing Test, to tell computers and humans apart. The core science here is based on a Turing test, which is just a fancy way of seeing if a computer can pass as a human. The engineers realized that while computers are absolute gods at doing math and reading data, they used to be incredibly stupid at looking at messy visual images. So, early CAPTCHAs gave you those horribly distorted, wavy letters with a bunch of random lines slashed through them to a computer chip. That image was just a chaotic soup of random pixels. It couldn't read it. But your organic, meat-based human brain has spent millions of years evolving to recognize patterns. So you could easily look at the squiggly mess and say, "Ah, yes, that says P3XQR. Boom. Human proven. Access granted." But that brings up about a million problems. For starters, hackers got smart. They started training AI to read the distorted text, and eventually, the bots became better at reading the squiggly letters than humans. So tech companies switched to the next phase. Click all the crosswalks. Now, you weren't just proving you're a human. You were actually being used for free labor. See, companies like Google use those CAPTCHAs to train their self-driving car AI. Every time you clicked a blurry fire hydrant, you were teaching a robot car what a fire hydrant looks like, so it doesn't plow into one in real life. You did homework for a robot to prove you weren't a robot. Absolute mind flip. But then the bots got even smarter. AI can now spot a traffic light instantly. So how does a modern "I am not a robot" checkbox work? When you don't even have to solve a puzzle, you just click the box and it instantly lets you through. Is it magic? Not really. It's actually kind of creepy. The moment your mouse hovers over that checkbox, a hidden script is tracking your every move. It analyzes the micro movements of your cursor. Real humans are messy. Our hands shake. We track the mouse in weird, imperfect curves, and we hesitate before clicking. A bot, however, moves a cursor in a perfectly straight, mathematically flawless line and clicks at the exact microsecond it reaches the box. The website sees that perfect trajectory and says, "Aha! Too perfect. Get out of here, toaster." It also checks your browser history, your cookies, and how long you've been on the page. If you've been behaving like a normal, chaotic human browsing memes, it trusts you. If you behave like a cold, calculating machine, it triggers emergency brakes and forces you to play the traffic light game. So yeah, next time you're screaming at your monitor because you can't tell if that tiny sliver of metal counts as part of the bicycle or not, just remember, you are on the front lines of a global war against the machines.